According to the National Cancer Institute in America, nearly 38.4% of all men and women will be diagnosed with some form of cancer in their lifetime. The same source also estimated that the national expenditure on cancer in 2017 was $147.3 billion. Have you ever been asked to donate your change to some type of cancer? If you're like me, you have in that moment not thought about how you could help others and only really care about getting your 34 cents of change back. If you're like me and don't take the time in the moment to think about it, next time we should all try and think about who we can help. I've read several articles on cancer and cancer research. I've also helped with my grandma and her Relay for Life team with several fundraisers over the years for raising money for cancer research. I will today be talking about why we need to try to beat cancer, organizations that already exist trying to do that, and how this may affect the future. So why is cancer important to try our best to help those with it? Um, First, cancer affects a lot of people, basically everyone and anyone. According to Cherith's article on cancer, it states that in 2012 it was estimated that 1.6 million Americans will be diagnosed with cancer in that year. And in 2012, additionally, 577,000 people will die from cancer. Cherith's article also states that 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women have a lifetime risk of developing cancer. The National Cancer Institute states that in 2017, an estimated 15,270 people under the age of 19 will be diagnosed with cancer. Cherith's article also states that African American men are 36% more likely to develop cancer than white men, and 17% for the same group of women. The National Cancer Institute states that African American men are the demographic that contains the highest mortality rate from cancer. Cancer still kills a lot of people. Fallon's article on cancer states that the 5-year survival rate of all cancers in 2012, means people diagnosed between 2001 and 2007, was 67%, which is up 50% from 1977, but still means that 33% of all people who get cancer die within 5 years. According to the National Institute of Cancer, it's still the second leading killer of people in America behind only heart disease. And according to Olson's article and the chart in there, overall deaths have declined from cancer since between 1950 to 2002, and is down substantially in all ages below 65, but is up in those over 65, which could be contributed to people living longer. So there's more, and the older you get, the more likely you are to develop cancer. But there's still a lot of people, as can be seen from the chart, that still die. So cancer, as can be seen is a devastating disease. It is also vast, and conquering it will be daunting. But we must start somewhere, and every little bit helps. Here are several ways that one can help. There are many organizations dedicated to trying to solve cancer. One might be Relay for Life, which is an organization that has one giant gathering where all these teams come together after fundraising all these years, and they walk around a track and celebrate for 24 hours. Another would be Stand Up to Cancer, whose motto is "We don't stop until every cancer patient is a cancer survivor," and their focus is getting funding for the newest, most promising cancer treatments. Additionally, there is the Ronald McDonald Foundation, and I'm sure that you've all seen their donation boxes at every McDonald's you go to, and they provide housing near hospitals for families with children with cancers. Additionally, many restaurants will ask you if you'd like to round your bill up and donate change to St. Jude, or ask if you'd like donate $1 to St. Jude's for childhood cancer research. So those are some of the many organizations that already exist dedicated to funding for cancer. Now imagine what could happen if we did all we could to donate to cancer and wound up beating cancer. Imagine in the future someone you love is diagnosed with cancer. Now cancer has a cure thanks to donations and research from millions of people. Now deaths from cancer are exceedingly rare. You are now able to have the precious time with your loved ones that you might not have had cancer not been cured. You don't have to watch your loved ones suffer and struggle with cancer. You no longer have to worry about life without these people. Or imagine we're still struggling in the future to figure out cancer. People are dying at the same rate we are today. Imagine now. Imagine now you have to lay awake at night worrying about your loved ones and if they found the cancer in time, how aggressive it is or how effective treatment is. So, given all of this, what is the best way to help the cause? There are many problems in the world, but there aren't many in the world that affect so many people and ultimately kill so many people. There also aren't many causes in the world that provide so many ways to help the cause. I challenge all of you to donate to help those. I challenge all of you to help those with cancer. I don't expect anyone to go home and donate thousands of dollars to the cause, but next time you go to a restaurant and ask to donate $1 to St. Jude, do it. Next time you're at McDonald's and there's a donation jar, put your coins in to get back after your change. If 50 people donate $1 to St. Jude at a restaurant, that's $18,250 a year from one restaurant in a year. Just remember that there were 9.6 million deaths from cancer worldwide last year. What will you do to make that number 0?